Hi guys, welcome to this release showcase for my new Fallout 4 mod, Anarchist Cookbook Vol.1. One of my favorite things about Fallout New Vegas was the way it handled weapons crafting. There was a lot of variety that made use of specific items, and some of the options were just charming in their practicality. I wanted to try my hand at bringing some of that to Fallout 4's grenades and mines. On this counter in front of me, you can see a majority of the new explosives Vol.1 adds. Clockwise from left, we have the Handy Mine, an old favorite from Fallout New Vegas, the MFC grenade, the Icer grenade, the Soda Pop, inspired by the original Fallout New Vegas Nuka grenade, the Tin grenade from Fallout New Vegas, which I've also made a mine variant of called the IED, a Dirty Bomb variant of the Tin grenade, a Dirty Mine, and in the front we have another old Fallout New Vegas favorite, the MFC cluster. Now I'm just going to give a quick demonstration of the effects of each of these new explosives. The Tin grenade and IED were developed as cheap, low-yield alternatives to the frag grenade and mine. They deal fairly light ballistic damage, and without the blast. Ideal for players like me that don't want to disrupt loot or turn interiors into the site of a tornado. The Soda Pop is a riff on the old-school Nuka grenade. I was reminded of the old Mentos and Coca-Cola trick, and thought, what might be an alternative that matched the considerable lack of consumer protections in the Fallout universe? I figured you mix some sugar bombs in Nuka-Cola, and you get an irradiated fireball, which we will see later when we go check out the crafting recipes. Aside from the addition of radiation, the coverage and damages are also different from the Molotov. If I step over here, you can see that it left a hazard that not only sets me on fire, but also gives steady radiation damage. The Handy Mine is similar to the Soda Pop, but bigger. Much bigger.
Hey.
Again, much bigger. Just like its Fallout New Vegas inspiration, the MFC grenade is a cheap, low-yield energy grenade. Like the Tin grenade, the electrical discharge will not disrupt the area around it.
Are you fucking kidding me? Don't die on me! Dynamite takes care of that.
The MFC cluster is just what you remember, the MSC grenade times 6. You just throw the bola and the 6 MFCs disperse on contact. Due to the way the collision and dispersal are calculated, sometimes you may get less spread than others. It was a fine line to walk between that or them bouncing all over the place, a dangerous problem in Fallout New Vegas.
Girl, you picked the wrong fight. Ow!
The Dirty Bomb and Dirty Mine disperse a lingering cloud of hazardous radioactive fallout into the air. The radiation damage is especially devastating to those caught in the initial burst. Due to the size difference between the bomb and the mine actually will disperse the cloud farther than the bomb will.
I've done this hundreds of times. Think you'll be any different?
I designed the Icer grenade to complement my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Daisy Johnson aka Quake Superpowers mod playthrough. Inspired by the episode Tracks, it disperses a cloud of the dendrotoxin used in the Icer, known at that point in the show as the Night-Night gun, paralyzing any enemy that comes into contact with it. Beware though, inhaling the cloud yourself will drain your AP almost entirely, depending on your level. I had to abandon the notion of paralyzing the player because the game's animations are not designed to handle player paralysis in first person. To give you an idea, your head actually pops off. Lastly guys, I just wanted to go over with you how to actually craft these items that the mod adds. Like most mods, they are crafted at the chemistry station, so we will go in there. Grenades are obviously under grenade. And first we have soda pop. To the right, you can see I added some flavor text to try and keep it in the sense of humor of the Fallout universe. It says, 2072 lawsuit alleged that mixing sugar bombs with Nuka-Cola caused a fatally combustible fireball. The suit was settled out of court, but both products now carry a disclaimer. You can see the recipe requires a Nuka-Cola and sugar bombs. Tin grenade, just like it says, is fairly cheap for its low yield. The dirty bomb, pretty straightforward, requires a science perk. MSC grenade also requires a science perk. Icer grenade is a bit more potent and powerful, so it requires some rarer materials, like the stingwing barb. And it also requires 2 perks this time. The science perk and the chemistry perk. And then lastly, the MFC cluster requires quite a bit of materials and 2 perks because of just how powerful it is. So it requires science and the demolition expert. Back out and go to mines. Handy mine is pretty straightforward. Requires a Mr. Handy fuel. IED, fairly similar to the tin grenades requirements. And the dirty mine, fairly similar to the dirty bombs requirements. And that is it. So we can back out of here. Lastly guys, I'd just like to say thanks for checking out my mod. Link to the download page on the Nexus is in the description below. As always, please feel free to send me any screenshots or videos of you guys using my mods. I always appreciate that. And most importantly, have fun!